Hello friends, this is our second lecture of unit alcohols and phenols. In our previous lecture we discussed about introduction of alcohols. We defined that those organic compounds which contains OH functional group, they are called alcohols. Then we did the classification of alcohols as monohydric alcohols, dihydric alcohols, and trihydric alcohols depending upon the number of OH groups per molecule. Then we classified monohydric alcohols as aliphatic and aromatic alcohols, and lastly we did the classification of monohydric alcohols as primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. So in today's lecture we will discuss about nomenclature of monohydric alcohols. So we will see how many ways there are, different methods or different ways by which we can name monohydric alcohols, or we can say there are different systems to which have been adopted to name the monohydric alcohol. So today we will learn that. So as we know that monohydric alcohols, they can be simply represented as ROH. That means they contains one OH group per molecule, where R group is, it can be alkyl group. Okay, so it is alkyl chain, then we will call it an aliphatic monohydric alcohol. So there are different systems by which they can be named. So the first system is called common system to name the alcohols. So in this system the alcohols, these are called alkyl alcohols. So what does that mean? It means that in this system the name of alcohol is derived by adding the word alcohol. We add the word alcohol at the last to the name of alkyl group present. So this system is quite simple. So what we do, we choose the alkyl group, then at the last we add alcohol. Like simple, I will write an example: CH3OH. Now in this compound the alkyl group is CH3, so it is called methyl. So we will write methyl, and now what we have to add? Alcohol. Methyl alcohol. So the name of this molecule CH3OH, according to common system of naming the alcohols, is called methyl alcohol. Similarly, let us see what will be the name of this compound: CH3 CHOH CH3. So here we are just discussing the naming of only monohydric alcohols. That means those alcohols which will contain only one OH group per molecule. Now here the alkyl group is this. So its name, this group is called isopropyl. So what we will write? First we will write the name of this alkyl group, isopropyl. Then what we have to add? Plus alcohol. So the name will become isopropyl alcohol. So this is the name of this compound or this alcohol using common system. Similarly, let us see what will be the name of this type of compound: CH3 CH3OH. Now here the alkyl group is this much. So this is the alkyl group. So this is called tertiary butyl. This group name is tertiary butyl. This is the alkyl chain part plus alcohol. So the name will become tertiary butyl alcohol. So this is the name of this compound using common system of names. So this is how we name various alcohols using common system. This is quite simple. We just have to identify the alkyl chain and we have to use the name of that alkyl group, and at the last then we have to add alcohol. So like this was methyl alcohol, this was isopropyl alcohol, and this was tertiary butyl alcohol. So this system is very simple to name very simple organic compounds which contains OH group. The second system is called carbinol system, and in this system the name of methyl alcohol has been given as carbinol. This methyl alcohol CH3OH in this system is called carbinol. That means name of CH3OH in this system is, we call it carbinol. So it is another name for methyl alcohol, and in this system, in carbinol system, all other alcohols they are named as derivatives of carbinol. So we will give the name of all other alcohols as a derivative of carbinol. Like let us see, you will understand this by some examples. Like I will write CH3 CH2OH. Now this part is carbinol. So when we have to name this compound using this carbinol system, then what will be the derivative? Derivative is methyl. So we will call it methyl carbinol. So its name is methyl carbinol. Similarly, we can write CH3 CH CH3OH. Now this part this part is carbinol. So we have two substituents, two methyl groups, so we will call it dimethyl carbinol. So its name will be dimethyl carbinol. So this is how we use this system to name various alcohols. Similarly, let us see what will be the name of this compound C6H5 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 OH. Now let us first see where is carbinol. So this part is carbinol. Now it contains three substituents, three phenyl groups. So we will call it, for three we use a tri, so its name will be triphenyl. Its name is, let us see, I will write here its name is tri. Now the substituent is phenyl, triphenyl carbinol. So this is how we name various alcohols in carbinol system, but this is not used widely. So common system is important. Please try to remember the common names of various alcohols, but the most system which is used widely and all over the world, and it is a uniform system, this system is called IUPAC system for naming various organic compounds. This you have already studied in your lower classes in +1 or +2, where you learn how to name various organic compounds. So I will briefly discuss here how we name monohydric alcohols using this system. So in this system alcohols are called alkanols, so we will call it alkanol. So what does this mean? We will learn. That means what we will do, we will replace the final E from the name of corresponding alkane, then we will add a suffix ol. The suffix used for OH group is called ol. So all the alcohols they will end by the name ol in this system, that is alkanol. This alkanol part will come from the alkyl chain. Like, let me write a structure CH3OH. Now this is the alkyl group, so it is one carbon is methane. So what he says that we have, so I will just first write methane, like methane. What he says, replace this e by a suffix of this functional group. The suffix for this functional group is ol. What is the suffix? Ol. So what we have to do, we have to remove this e by o, so its name will be methanol. So this is the IUPAC name for CH3OH, which is methanol. This is how we name them. So it is quite simple. Just we have to identify the carbon chain, give its name, then we have to replace this E by ol. Ol is a suffix for OH group. When we have more than one, this is one carbon, but sometimes we have chain with more than carbons, and we also have various substituents. Then first of all we have to choose the longest chain which contains OH group. This chain must contain OH group and it should be the longest chain. Then we will select it as a parent chain. So let us understand this by a simple example. Like, see, suppose I have a compound. Let us try to understand by this CH3C CH3 CH3. You already know this process because you have done in your lower classes. Here we are applying particular to alcohols. CHOH CH2Br. So now we have different chain. One chain is this, one chain is this, one chain is this. These chains are almost identical. So what he says that we have to choose the longest chain which should also contain OH group. That means, let us see what can be the longest chain. This chain contains 1 2 3 4, this 1 2 3 4 carbons. This chain contains 1 2 3 4 carbons. This chain also contains 1 2 3 4 carbons. So all these chains are identical, so we can choose this chain. Now this chain will be our parent chain. So this chain, which also contains a OH group, this we will choose as our parent chain. The next step will be, we have to number this chain. So the numbering should be done such that OH group should get the smallest number. Now this functional group OH, it should get the smallest number when we do the numbering. Now let us see how we can do numbering. Either we can start from this direction, 1 2 3 4. Now if we start numbering from this side, OH will get third position. Now let us see if we start numbering from this side, 1 2 3 4. So in this way the OH group is attached to second carbon. So now the number 2 is less than 3. So the numbering which we have done by, I have done by green color, that seems accurate because in this numbering OH is attached to second carbon, and the numbering which I have done using blue color, in this system OH group is getting third number. So the rule says that numbering is done so that carbon atom having OH group, it should get smallest number. So the numbering with the green color is accurate. So this is the accurate numbering. So what I will do, I will erase the blue color numbering so that you don't get confused. So this is how we do the numbering. So then what he says that when we have to name this compound, the position of substituents. So now what are the, now this is the parent chain. So methyl group this methyl group and this Br group, these are substituents to this parent chain. OH is not substituent because this is our main functional group, so we are naming alcohol. So this is the part of the chain because we have chosen a chain, longest chain containing OH functional group. So these substituents, they are indicated by suitable numbers. The number will be, so this methyl groups, two methyl groups, they are attached to third carbon. So the number for these two methyl group will be 3. We will denote these two substituents by 3. Similarly, this Br group is attached to first carbon, so we will denote this Br by number 1. So this is how we denote the substituents. And so the name will be, if we have to write the name, and while giving the name of substituents we follow the alphabetical order. So the name of this substituent is bromo. So all these substituents, they will be added as prefix. So the prefix for Br is bromo, and for methyl this CH3 is methyl. Now you can see B comes first, then M. So first we will write bromo. So bromo is at the first position, so its name will be 1. And whenever there is a number and alphabet, we substitute, we always use this hyphen. So it is 1 bromo. Now other substituents are two methyl groups, both are present at third carbon, so we will write 3 dimethyl. Okay, so while seeing the alphabetical order, you don't have to consider di, you have to consider the name of the substituent. So it is 1 bromo 3 dimethyl. So the longest chain contains how many carbons? 1 2 3 and 4 carbons. So what we will use? Methane. So what we have to use? Butane. The 4 carbon chain, the name of the alkane having 4 carbon atoms is butane. So methane is for the carbon chain which contains only 1 carbon. So for 1 carbon it is meth, 2 it is ethane, 3 is propane, and 4 is butane. So what we will do, we will say butane. Now we don't have to use the E, we will replace E by OH group. Now we have to specify the position of OH. OH is present at second carbon, so we will write butane 2 ol. So this is the IUPAC name for this compound. It is 1 bromo 3 dimethyl butane 2 ol. So we also have to specify the position of OH group. So it is attached to which carbon? Now it is attached to second carbon. Now sometimes we have a case when we also have double and triple bonds in the compound in addition to OH group. Okay, then what we have to do, we will use the ol suffix after the alkene or alkyne name. So both alkene or alkyne as well as OH group, they will be used as suffix. Suffix means which is added after the name, but first we will use the suffix for alkene or alkyne, then we will use the suffix for ol, alcohol, which is ol. Let us understand this by a simple example. Suppose we have CH. Let us see right here the structure CH triple bond CH2 OH. First we have to do the numbering. So again the rule is again same. The chain is numbered in order to give the lowest possible number to carbon atom bonded to the hydroxyl group. So OH group gets higher priority than this alkyne group. So we have to start the numbering from that direction which gives the lowest number to OH group. So we will start numbering from this direction. So it will be 1, it will be 2, it will be 3. Now this carbon chain contains how many carbons? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So for this what we use? We use the name prop. But we will use prop. So this is the name for the chain having 3 carbons. Now first we have to give the suffix for triple bond. The suffix for triple bond is "-ine", Y-N-E. So the suffix is Y-N-E if we have a triple bond. Now we also have to specify its position. So it is at second carbon. So what we use? Prop 2-ine. Now but when we have to use the suffix for OH which is all, we have to remove this E. So what we will use? We will use just YN. Now it is present at first position, 1 all. So this is the name of this alcohol, prop 2-ine 1 all. That means OH group will get higher priority to double bond or triple bond. So its name will be the last. First we add suffix for triple bond or double bond, then we will add the suffix for alcohol, and we will identify their position by their locant positions. This is called locant position, or the number of the carbon to which it is attached. So these are some rules that we will follow to give the IUPAC name of alcohols. So these are actually, first, these are quite simple alcohols. So we also have alcohols in which we have other functional group present, are also present instead of OH groups. So how to give their name, that I will also discuss later in this lecture. First we will now practice these rules with some simple alcohols or simple structure formulas. Let us see first example. Suppose we have CH3, CH2, OH. Now its name will be ethane. So first of all, its common name will be, this is ethyl, this is alcohol. So its common name is ethyl alcohol. So the common name goes ethyl alcohol, and its IUPAC name will be ethanol. So we can write IUPAC name will be ethanol. This is its IUPAC name. Now let us see the second compound, CH3, CH2, CH2OH. So its common name will be, now we have to be very careful. Now there exists a structural isomerism in this compound. This alkyl chain can be present as linear chain or as branched chain, like this CH3, CH, CH3. So in order to differentiate this, if the chain is linear, we use N. So it is N propyl alcohol. So its common name is N propyl alcohol, and its IUPAC name is, so to distinguish different structure formula, we specify the position of OH group. So we will give the numbering 1, 2, 3. In this we have not done any numbering, because whether it is attached to this carbon or it is attached to this carbon, the structure will remain same. So there does not exist any structure isomer of this compound. So its name ethanol is sufficient. We need not write ethane 1-ol. So for this we have to write, for 3 carbon the name is propane. Now the OH is present at first position, propane 1-ol. So its name is propanol. Now let us see the what will be the name of its other isomer. The other isomers, like I said, it can also be present as CH3 OH CH3. Now its common name is this group is called isopropyl group. So sorry, it is CH3. Now this group is isopropyl group, so we will call it isopropyl alcohol. So its common name is isopropyl alcohol. So its IUPAC name will be, now we will start numbering 1 2 3. So either you start from this carbon or this carbon, it will always have a second locant position. So its name will be propane. Now OH group is present at second carbon, so we will write propane 2-ol. So this is its IUPAC name. Now similarly we will write the common name and IUPAC name of monohydric alcohols if we have 4 carbon atoms. So what are the different possibilities we will write? First I will write the structure, then I will write the name. The first possibility is it can be present as CH3 CH2 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 OH. So this is the first possibility. Second possibility can be CH3 CH2 CHOH CH3. Third possibility can be CH3 CH3 CH2 OH, and the last possibility can be CH3. These are the various isomers, that structure isomers that can exist for a monohydric alcohol which contains 4 carbon atoms. So its name, so this is N-butanol or N-butyl alcohol. So its common name is N, because the chain is linear. For this we use N-butyl. This alkyl group is butyl group because it contains 4 carbons. N-butyl alcohol, and its IUPAC name will be butane 1-ol. So we will do the numbering 1 2 3 4. Its IUPAC name is butane 1-ol. Now let us come to this compound. So this, you can see, when we have to give its common name, we have to see whether this is a primary or secondary alcohol. This OH group is attached to a carbon which is further attached to 2 carbons, so it is a secondary alcohol. So its common name is given as secondary butyl alcohol. So this group is secondary butyl because this alcohol is a secondary alcohol. The OH group is attached to a carbon which is further attached to how many carbons? 1 2. So in order to have its IUPAC name, we have to number it. So numbering, we have to start from that side, which will give a lowest locant position to OH group. So we will start numbering from this side. 1 2 3 4. So OH group appears at second carbon, so its IUPAC name will be butane 2-ol. So IUPAC name will be butane 2-ol. So this is its IUPAC name, butane 2-ol. Now let us come to this structure. So this alcohol is primary alcohol. Why? Because OH group is attached to this carbon which is attached to only 1 carbon. This is also primary alcohol, so we cannot differentiate these by using primary butyl alcohol. So what we this group is called isobutyl group. So the name of this group is isobutyl. So its common name will be isobutyl alcohol. So when we have to give its IUPAC name, first we have to identify the longest chain containing OH group. So it is 1, 2. This chain, we can choose this chain as the parent. The next task is to assign number. So we will start numbering from this direction, 1, 2, 3, so that OH group gets lowest locant position. So now the longest chain contains 3 carbons, and we also have to identify the substituents. We have this substituents methyl group at second carbon atom. So first we will write the name of substituents as prefix. So it will be 2 methyl. So the name will be 2 methyl. The substituent is 2 methyl. Now the carbon chain contains 3 carbon atoms, so it is 2 methyl propane. OH group is at first position, propane 1-ol. So the name is 2 methyl propane 1-ol. Similarly, this compound can be named as, now this group is called, this group is tertiary butyl group, because this carbon is attached to 3 carbons, so it is a tertiary carbon. So its common name is tertiary butyl alcohol. So that is its common name. So now in order to give its IUPAC name, first we have to identify the longest chain. So the longest chain is 1, 2, 3. So this chain is the longest chain. So next thing is to do the numbering. So the numbering, we will start from any of this carbon, 1, 2, 3. So whether we start from this carbon or this carbon, this will always get a second position. So this methyl group is present as a substituent, so its name will be 2 methyl 2 methyl prop, 3 carbon atoms, so we will use propane. So OH group is present at second position, so it is 2-ol. So its IUPAC name is 2 methyl propane 2-ol. So this is how we give common names and IUPAC names to different alcohols. These are actually quite simple examples. This is just to learn. You have already done IUPAC names in your lower classes, how to give IUPAC name. This was just to practice, so that when we start their reactions, you don't get confused with their names. So you should learn both common name as well as IUPAC name of different alcohols. Both are important. Sometimes we use common names. IUPAC names are generally used, but sometimes common names are also used because that name is more popular than IUPAC name. So sometimes what happens, we have more than one functional group in the same compound. Like we can have OH group. In addition to this, we can have COOH group also. So in that case, what we do, we assign priorities. So how to assign priorities? So this is the table of priority of different functional groups in naming organic compound. Acids, these are carboxylic acids, they are given highest priority, then esters, then aldehydes, then ketones, then alcohols, then amines, then alkenes or alkynes, then alkanes, then ethers, then halides. Now, if OH functional group is present and one of either of these functional groups they are also present which have higher priority than OH group, then in that case the OH functional group is named as a hydroxy substituents and it appears on a structure as a prefix. So what I mean to say is that if in addition to alcohols either one of these functional group is present, then while naming alcohols we will use the prefix hydroxy, then we will not use the suffix all, because we will use the suffix for either of these functional group. Let us understand this by a simple example. Suppose I have CH3 CHOH CH2 COOH. Suppose I have this organic compound. Now this organic compound contains two functional groups. One is OH group and second is COOH group, and from this table we can see COOH group has higher priority. So this means that now we have to consider this OH group as a substituents and we have to use the prefix for this OH group, and that prefix is hydroxy. So now while naming this acid we will first do the numbering. Now first we have to choose the longest chain which contains now COOH group, because this is the group, this group is with the highest priority. So what is this? We will start numbering from here: 1 2 3 and 4. Now this OH group is present at third carbon, so we will write 3 hydroxy. Now we have to use this as a prefix and name prefix of for OH is hydroxy. 3 hydroxy. Now this chain contains 4 carbons, so butane 1, at one position we have oic acid. So this is the name: 3 hydroxy butane 1 oic acid, or we can simply write 3 hydroxy butanoic acid, because there are no other possible structure isomers for this alcohol. So we can simply write 3 hydroxy butanoic, and we have to write here acid also. So this is the IUPAC name for this compound. So this rule says that if these functional groups having higher priority they are also present in addition to OH group, then we will, while naming these alcohols we have to use prefix hydroxy. If other functional groups are there, then these functional group they will go as a prefix or suffix and it will be used as a suffix, and suffix for this is whole. Okay, so when you will do various examples to name these organic compounds you will learn it better. Now what we can do, we can do some examples to learn this. Sometimes there is also a possibility of presence of a cyclic structure, like suppose we have this compound. Now this compound contains a cyclic structure. Now how to name this compound? Now it contains two function group OH and Br, and priority of OH is higher than Br. That means Br will go as prefix. Now we will start numbering from this carbon atom. So let us do the numbering. So numbering will start from the carbon which contains group with highest priority: 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now as this is a cyclic structure, so we will use an additional prefix cyclo. So while naming cyclo compounds we use a prefix cyclo. So its name is 2-bromo. Bromo is present at second carbon. 2-bromo. Now prefix cyclo, it contains 6 carbon atoms, so it is hexane. Hexane. OH is present at first carbon. Hexane 1-ol. So this is its IUPAC name, 2-bromo cyclohexanol. What I mean to say, when we have cyclic structures or cyclic alcohols, we also use a prefix cyclo. Next example, we can have this example, OH and CH2 CH3. Now this CH2 CH3 is a substituent, it is ethyl group, so we will write its name as numbering will start from this carbon atom 1 2 3, so its name will be 1 ethyl cyclo. It contains 3 carbon atoms, so the name will be propane cyclopropane 1-ol. So that will be its IUPAC name. What is its IUPAC name? 1-ethyl cyclopropane 1-ol, or we can also simply write it propanol. So that is how we give IUPAC name for cyclic alcohols. We use a prefix cyclo. So what I will do, I will write one more example so that you can practice. This will be our last example of this lecture. It is CH3 CH2 CH3 CH2 CH. Next is CH2I. The substituent is CH2I CH2OH. We have a substituent here, CH2OH CH3 CH3. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to choose the longest chain which should contain OH group. So let us see. Now let us start from this 1 2 3 4. This chain contains 4 carbon atoms. We can start from here 1 2 3 4. This contains 4 carbon atoms. Actually this and this, they are same. We can start from here 1 2 3 4. This chain also contains 4 carbons. Now if we start from this 1 2 3 4 5, so this is our longest chain, so we will consider this chain as our parent chain. Now it has 2 substituents. One is this, which will be, and their name will be given as the prefixes. Now the numbering will start from here because we have to give the lowest locant position to OH group. So it is 1 2 3 4 5. So its name will be, let us see first what are the substituents. This substituent is isopropyl group. So its name of its substituent, this is isopropyl group, and it is iodomethane. So CH2I is called iodomethyl. We will call it iodomethyl. So it is I, this is isopropyl. So both are I, but it is iodo. O, it is iso. O come first, then S. So it will, its name will be given first, then this. So its name will be at third position 3. What is iodomethyl Now we have substituent at second position. Second, what we have? Isopropyl, and now it contains 5 carbon atoms, so we will call it pentane 1-ol. So this is its IUPAC name. 3 iodomethyl 2 isopropyl pentane 1-ol. So this is the IUPAC name for this alcohol. So this is how we give IUPAC name for different monohydric alcohols. So that was all for today basically we just learned how to name various monohydric alcohols. We have studied three systems. One was common system of naming alcohols. In this system the name will goes as alkyl plus alcohol, alkyl alcohol. Then we had carbinol system. In carbinol system the methanol is considered as carbinol, and all other alcohols they are given name relative to methanol. And last and most important was IUPAC nomenclature. In this system these are named as alkanols. So that was all we discussed today. In our next lecture we will discuss about various methods of formation by which we can prepare these alcohols from different organic compounds. So thank you very much for viewing this lecture. If you like the lecture, please do subscribe and also like the video on YouTube. Thank you very much.